It is 3 a.m. The world sleeps. The streets are quiet. Phones stop vibrating. Voices disappear. But you remain awake. And suddenly, thought changes. Time slows. Silence expands. The room feels larger. Existence feels closer. Why? Why does the night transform the mind? Why do ordinary thoughts become philosophical after midnight? Tonight, we explore the philosophy of insomnia, the psychology of sleeplessness, the loneliness of night, and the strange territory where consciousness meets silence. Part 1: Night changes reality. Day belongs to movement, tasks, conversations, obligations, noise. Night removes these things. Reality becomes smaller. Only room, only darkness, only thought. During insomnia, the mind loses distraction. And what remains? Memory, fear, desire, questions. Night becomes a mirror. Part 2: The loneliness of being awake. Insomnia creates unusual loneliness. Not ordinary loneliness. Temporal loneliness. Everyone sleeps. You do not. You exist outside rhythm, outside schedule, outside collective time. Many insomniacs describe feeling detached from reality, as if observing life from distance. The world pauses. Consciousness continues. This separation feels philosophical, almost existential. Part 3: Why thought becomes louder. Day protects humans. Noise protects humans. Activity protects humans. Night removes protection. The mind becomes louder because fewer things compete with it. Unfinished conversations return. Old memories appear. Future fears expand. The person becomes alone with consciousness. And consciousness rarely stays silent. Part 4: Cioran and the Curse of Wakefulness. Few thinkers wrote about insomnia more intensely than Emil Cioran. For Cioran, insomnia was not inconvenience. It was revelation. He believed sleeplessness exposed existence brutally. Night stripped illusion, removed distraction, forced confrontation. The insomniac becomes witness, not only to darkness, but to awareness itself. Part 5: Social media and the modern night. Modern insomnia changed. Screens glow endlessly. Notifications never stop. Humans carry daylight into midnight. The brain rarely enters silence. Social media creates perpetual stimulation. People remain connected, yet exhausted. Modern nights are not empty. They are overcrowded. And perhaps this makes rest more difficult. The body lies down. The mind remains online. Part 6: Time stops during insomnia. Insomnia distorts time. Minutes feel endless. Hours dissolve. Night becomes elastic. The person watches clocks. Waiting. Negotiating with sleep. Time transforms from flow into awareness. Existence slows enough to be noticed. And sometimes, that awareness becomes heavy. Part 7: The Fear of Silence. Humans often fear silence. Not because silence is empty. Because silence reveals. During insomnia there is nowhere to hide. No conversation. No audience. No performance. Only self. This encounter can feel terrifying. Who are you without distraction? Who remains when noise disappears? Night asks these questions, whether people want them or not. Part 8: Insomnia and existential thought. Many existential questions arrive at night. Why am I here? What happens after death? Does life have meaning? Why do humans suffer? Insomnia creates philosophical space. Not intentionally, but inevitably. The mind enters territory usually hidden by daylight. And sometimes, the insomniac becomes philosopher, simply because sleep never came. Part 9: The Paradox of Wakefulness. Insomnia hurts. Exhaustion. Irritability. Mental strain. Yet many artists, writers, and thinkers created during sleepless nights. Why? Because insomnia changes perspective. The world becomes quieter. Observation deepens. Consciousness sharpens. The same night that wounds sometimes reveals. This is insomnia's paradox. Suffering and awareness. Exhaustion and clarity. Part 10. Final reflection. Perhaps insomnia is not merely lack of sleep. Perhaps it is an encounter between human beings and silence, between thought and darkness, between consciousness and itself. Night removes witnesses, and what remains is the voice inside. Maybe sleepless nights are not empty. Maybe they are the hours when existence speaks the loudest.